Welcome back to this East Region semifinal between the 2 seed, Kentucky Wildcats, and the 3 seed, the Michigan State Spartans. A game that just feels wrong to be played in the Sweet 16. This feels like a Final Four matchup. 2 elite teams, 2 elite coaches, and John Calipari and Tom Izzo, as Tyrese Maxey drives in and cannot get the lay-in to go. Michigan State trailing by 9. A fantastic game all the way around, as Michigan State, Watts hits a deep 2 to cut the lead to 7. These 2 teams meeting at the very beginning of this past season. It was an absolute thriller then. It looks like we're in for an exciting finish now, as the Spartans trail by 7. And Michigan State was a bit of a disappointment this season. They still got themselves up to a 3 seed. As Kentucky can't hit the shot, Michigan State a chance to cut it to 4. Watts, great pass. And they can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, though. Tillman gets it to go. 5 points now for the Spartans. But Michigan State, a team that was very high up in the rankings, had very high expectations, ended up seeing themselves fall out of the rankings midway through the season before finishing strong and seeing themselves rise as high as number 9 to close the year. Maxey, great pass, gets it to go. 7-point lead now for Kentucky. Both teams not shooting great from the field, but Kentucky 45%, good enough to claim the 7-point lead. The Spartans are going to need some big shots, and maybe some big shots from one of the best players in the country here, and Cassius Winston, who's got a great pass out to Tillman in the right corner. He's driving, gets it to go. Back to 5 with 2:05 remaining. But these are 2 coaches and 2 teams that you never want to underestimate in March. Calipari and Izzo, 2 of the best in the business, 2 of the greatest of all time, if you ask me. And you never want to count them out when it comes to March. Once again, all the more reason it feels weird to see them playing in the Sweet 16 and not in the Elite 8 or Final Four matchup, or even a championship matchup for that matter. But a 2 versus 3 seed, one of the best matchups of this tournament. Michigan State desperately needs a bucket here. Winston working at the top of the key. 10 seconds to shoot. Working on a drive. Sends it out to Bingham. Watts had an open 3. 4 to shoot. He's going to take a long 2. Can't get it to go. They needed that one. They're going to need a quick stop here. 5-point deficit for the Michigan State. Inside pass to Montgomery. Out to Brooks. 1:05 remaining. Oh, beautiful pass into Maxey, who gets it to go. Great cut. One of the biggest assists of the night, and it's Tyrese Maxey that gets the bucket to go. 7-point lead for Kentucky now with 1:02 remaining. Michigan State not out of it yet. We have seen crazier comebacks in this NCAA tournament so far. But they needed a stop there. Or at least they needed a bucket on the other end a second ago. Be very interested to see what Tom Izzo draws up in the huddle here. Who they get the ball to. Any bucket will do to keep the Spartans in this thing and try to punch their ticket to the Elite 8, with the winner of this matchup taking on the reigning national champions, the 5th-seeded Virginia Cavaliers. So whoever wins this, it will make for a very intriguing matchup because it's 2 very different styles of play. You know, Kentucky, they like to play fast. They can light up the scoreboard, while Virginia, as we know, plays very, very good defense and doesn't score a lot of points themselves. And if they find themselves in the shootout, they will struggle a little bit. We've seen them win shootouts before, but that's not their forte. So it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out, regardless of who they play in the Elite 8. Keon Brooks tonight for Kentucky, 11 points, 5 for 12 from the field. Well below his season average, but those 11 points are looking pretty big right now as they lead by 7. Winston, he's been clutch all throughout his Michigan State career. They needed to be clutch here. Driving into the lane, inside pass to Tillman, needs to go up with it. It gets blocked out of the corner to Watts. Can't hit the 3, and that might do it, ladies and gentlemen. 45 seconds remaining. Kentucky comes down with the rebound, and they're going to waste a little clock here. Baker at the top of the key. Kicks it out to Montgomery. Deep three for Kentucky. The dagger! It was a very long two, but the dagger for the Wildcats. What a shot! To extend the lead to 9 and all but crush the Spartans' hopes of a comeback here. Those are the type of shots we've seen from Kentucky players time and time again when it comes to March. Huge, huge bucket. And now with 23 seconds left, it looks like Michigan State's quest of returning to back-to-back Final Fours has been vanquished. Lawyer, Michigan State's got to go, and they've got to get some threes here. Washington, he needs to pull it. Corner three for the Spartans. Doesn't go. Montgomery collects the rebound, and that will do it. They're going to run out the clock. Who else but the coach's son, Calipari, to finish this one out. 3, 2, 1. And Kentucky is advancing to the Elite Eight to take on the reigning national champions, the Virginia Cavaliers, winning the battle yet again, defeating Michigan State for the second time this season. A game between two power programs, two fantastic coaches, one that once again just doesn't seem right to have been played in the Sweet 16. But we want to thank you so much for watching the Gridiron Experts coverage of this year's March Madness NCAA Tournament. Stay tuned for the remainder of the Sweet 16 and our coverage leading all the way to the championship. Coverage that I promise you do not want to miss. So as always, thank you for watching. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you next time on the Gridiron Expert.